Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. Let's talk about our tropics locally and around the world as well. And locally, we still have this little spin just east of the Space Coast. You can kind of see it here on radar, right? And there, yeah. That is dragging in some relatively dry air out ahead of it. So the first coast today, really, for the most part, will be rain-free. Yeah, some spotty passing areas of precip, but 90% of us are going to stay dry all day. The National Hurricane Center is giving this still a 50% chance of development, mainly because there is still that decent low-level rotation, but you just don't have the convection mixed in there either. So they're kind of leaving it right at that medium chance. Thing is, if it does spin up, it would be likely just a tropical depression. We're not looking at a repeat of Elsa here by any means. I mean, the model guidance, you can take a look at the spaghetti plots. It really kind of you look at this and you go, oh my, this looks like it's going to come out the Jacksonville. That's not terribly the case. I mean, let's just take a look at the operational model and you can kind of see what we're talking about. You can see that low level spin as this pushes towards the first coast, but it only brings in some light to moderate precip with it. For sure, breezy conditions though along the coast. And that's one thing I do want you to keep in mind. If you're going to head out to the beach, I would suggest staying out of the water. There is that high risk of rip current out there today, all thanks to that onshore wind, which could be gusting upwards of about 10 to 20 miles per hour as well over towards Monday morning when you do start to see some of that light precip kick on by. Looking around the world, tropical storm Nepartak still remaining at a tropical storm intensity, winds of 45 miles per hour. Good news, the track does look like it's shifting a little bit further towards the north, and the bulk of the rain with this system is on the right side of it. And I say good news because that means that Tokyo, where the Olympics, of course, are at, is going to miss out on most of that precipitation, or at least the worst of the weather. It's going to be off towards Tohoku. If you remember, Tohoku was the region of Japan that was devastated by the March 11th, 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Taking a look further towards the west, if we're looking at the global tropics, there also is another system making landfall just around Shanghai today. That is tropical storm, or excuse me, typhoon, the equivalent of a hurricane in the Atlantic, Infa, out there as well.